What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is Ellington, and we are back with another awesome Total War Rome 2 replay. And we've got ourselves today, we've got a 3 versus 3 on the settlement of Bertigala. And this one's from, honestly, it's actually a slightly old replay that's been kind of sitting around in my replay folder for probably 3 months or so. I think this was back from like the beginning of Apollo's tournament, or even right before Apollo's tournament, even. But on one side, we have 3 people from my team from Apollo's tournament, the team Flower Power. And then on the other side, we have, I don't think it's another full, complete team, but it is 3 other people from the Discord, from the Dragon Core Discord, who all were just playing with us, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they were all on the same team. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at some players and armies. So first off, for the attackers, we've got Kush. Kush is being commanded by Pedro. It's got a lot of Kushite slaves, an African ballista, some Shotel warriors. Pretty typical stuff. We've got Bowie being commanded by Bud's Rome. Once again, typical Celtic bows, sword followers, Oathsworn, same kind of stuff. And then finally we have got Dave the Vassal playing Seleucid with some Eastern Spearmen, some Hillmen, and then back on the beach here he's got a bunch of Thorax swords. They've got some hidden stuff around in the forest as well. Now for the defenders, we have got, first off, our Verney being commanded by Liquid Junk, and got some Levy Freemen, Celtic Warriors, Oathsworn, and Chosen Swords. Then we have got Sparta being commanded by Mexi, and he's got Periakoi Hoplites, Spartan Hoplites, Heroes of Sparta, some Cretan Archers. Then finally we have got Tylus being commanded by Beastmaster. Beastmaster's got some Celtic warriors, some Celtic slingers, and then a bunch of tribal warriors. But yeah, so that's going to be this. Oh, and up here on the top, our Verney's got his Gallic Hunters. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this one rolling. So I was not in this game, but I was spectating this game, and we were kind of discussing, on this settlement, everybody only, attacks this area over here. You know what I mean? They kind of, usually, for the most part, kind of from here over. Sometimes you'll see people attack here as well, but very rarely do you see people attack the backside like this. And so we decided we were going to see if we could, pull it off. It is a slightly harder place to attack. In reality, you only have 3 places through. If you come down this way, you get hit from multiple angles, so this little area is very, very, very difficult to go at. But we wanted to try something different, see if we could pull it off, or see if they could pull it off. Once again, I'm spectating at this one. So Dave is going full-on sword follower, or Buds is going full-on sword followers on his towers. He actually even has an Oathsworn on another tower. But then, as you can see, Dave here has got his Hillmen and Spearmen up on towers as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Well, for you guys, it'll be interesting. I know how it goes. As you can see, Pedro is moving his towers out of the way of his ballista so he can start opening fire. That is one nice thing about this back area, is this cliffside has a pretty good vantage point over a lot of this set. A lot of firepower coming in from the ballistas here. It's going to be a tough defense. Got a lot of hoplites backed up with some really good heavy infantry. Some Levy Freemen here, Cretan Archers. Some more Spartan hoplites, but they got Celtic swords, and I see there's a Chosen's back here. There's an Oathsworn. A lot of troops back in this way for our Verney. Silas has got quite a bit over this way. Yeah, so everybody in this battle is a part of the Dragon Core Discord. You know, Beastmaster, Buds, and Dave are all, and Mexi are all moderators, and actually Pedro too. I forgot. Mexi and Pedro are our two newest mods for the Discord. Mexi is also a Patreon member, so thank you so much for doing that, Mexi. If you guys are interested in that, in the Discord is the link. You know, if you guys are interested in supporting that way, I truly appreciate it. But in the end, you know, the support that you guys give me just by watching these videos and, you know, leaving those comments and likes, that is, you know, that's amazing in and of itself. So thank you guys for everything you do. Eastern Spearmen getting up here on the walls. They're going to go down and probably kill this ballista. They killed one already. Got a race here between the Eastern Spearmen and the Kushite Slave Infantry to see who can get their battering rams up to the gate sooner. As you can see, we've got slingers moving up. Oh, and look on the backside here. The Seleucid Agima Cav General was hidden all the way back over here. Yeah, so once again, it's been a few months since we did this battle. I think that Dave had his general over in this forest to watch in case they decided to sally out from the other end. All right, the Eastern Spearmen. Looks like they dealt with the ballista and then fell back. A lot of ammo going into these Eastern Spearmen. 56 kills on the slingers. Looks like the Gallic Hunters even got in a shot. 7 kills on them. But now we've got the Kushite slaves moving up. Alright, so everybody's getting close. Here we come with all the reinforcements moving forward to support this final push. Got Hillman from Seleucid and a bunch of sword followers from Boii. And, I mean, on the other side, it's pretty much just a setup of hoplites and heavy infantry. Although, first off, our Vernie is going to start out with some light spears. What is Pedro's ballista? 68 kills, so his ballista has gotten some kills. It's gotten some good shots. Look at that, right there. Oh, wow, look, this is probably where a lot of his kills came from, right there. A lot of slinger fire going into these forces. Once again, that's the tough point. That's the tough part about this area. You have pretty much a triple angle of fire. You know, if they really wanted to, they could adjust their defense up here, then take this sling and move it over onto that wall. Looks like the Hillmen are going to go in and probably tie down one of these units so the others can get on unmolested. A lot of archer fire coming in on the the Cretans. That's Celtic bowmen and Syrian archers all taking shots there. The Cretans are getting hit really hard. It's 49 out of 120 and 52 out of 120. So the combination of the Celtic bows and the Syrians is actually going very well, but it looks like Dave lost one of his Syrians. All right, Barakoi hoplites going ahead and going to attack the sword followers for Boii. Artillery coming in from Kush. It's a nice shot. Like, that was one of those shots that, like, hit them right before the infantry engages. And, you know, they did. They hit the line right before the sword followers engaged with the hoplites there. That's kind of cool. Over here, I don't particularly know what's going on with this, but it's fine. More Kushite slaves moving forward with towers. I mean, it's an interesting idea to put that pressure over here. You know, even though it's considered not a good place to really go to, it's an interesting idea to still put that pressure, basically fixating most of Tylus into honoring that attack. Should help keep Tylus from coming over and supporting the rest of this attack here. Because as you can see, like, we've got multiple sword followers up. That's it for right now, but Dave is landing some Eastern Spears. Arverni's engaging with some of his Celtic warriors, so you got a combination of the Periquoi Hoplites and the Celtic warriors going up against some sword followers and Eastern Spearmen. I think that was the idea here for the attackers was, you know, instead of going with the typical idea of throw in your cheap stuff, let it get hit, so then the good stuff can come in later, basically going against that idea because the defenders may not expect it. Throwing in those higher, the better units so that they can immediately start grinding through the defenders' cheaper units. So it's just kind of an opposite, you know, thought process, and it's kind of interesting to see. You know, because Celtic warriors are not going to stand up to sword followers. Neither will these Periquoi Hoplites. And nice move there. There was an opening, so Seleucid got in behind. So this flank is surrounded. Now over here, you got an Oathsworn already. Wow. Oathsworn in by Buds, going up against the Levy Freeman and the Periquoi Hoplites. They're going to have a heyday there. Now the Hoplites have already got, who was it that had, somebody had a ton of kills. Sword follower, okay, it's this sword follower unit. That guy right there. Another sword follower with 130 kills, 83 kills. Oathsworn already to 31. Now the question I would say is Arverni's range is over here. Sparta's range, looks like they really only have this Rhodian Slinger and this Cretan Archer left. They lost 2 units of Cretans up here. And then Tylus has all of his slingers all the way over here defending this flank, along with 2 of the Arverni archers. Kush is up here, but it looks like he is stalling. He's got 1 landing. So it looks like he's got a unit landing here, and then he's going to have a unit land there. All right, the Hillmen and Eastern Spears that flanked are now gone. They were counter-flanked by another Spartan Hoplite. So now it is just down to the sword followers, but look at that, and they didn't close the gap. So another sword follower going in to do the exact same thing. Oathsworn up to 60 kills. Periquoi Hoplites are not lasting long here. But look, they're going to do their own counter-flank here. Periquoi Spears getting into the other sword follower that's engaged somewhere else. So they're going to get a back bonus there. Shotel Warriors already going in with some sword followers up against Periquoi Hoplites and some Celtic Warriors. But a lot of fire coming in from the Arverni Gallic Hunters. Now look at this. Kush has got his general, which is a Royal Kushite Archer, over here, and is going to start shooting over into this area. Honestly, might even be shooting into the Gallic Hunters. I'm not sure if he's got the range. Well, he's not shooting yet, so... Kushite Archer, so yeah, all of Kush's archers are up here. Seleucid has got all of his over here, and then Boei has got his split. Which is not a bad idea. He may be able to get some good side shots there. Uh-oh, some breaking here. Sword followers are breaking. They need to get another unit over there. They just need to keep this side going, tied down, and keep it engaged. Now this sword follower is done, so it needs to move forward and either engage one of those two. I'd probably go after the Celtics. You know, let this sword follower deal with the Spartan Hoplites and use this one to go against the Celtics. And over this way, more Shotel Warriors coming up from Kush. Archer fire coming in as well. Or artillery, look at that. What's his artillery up to? 188 kills. He is doing some damage with that. Sparta is moving some hoplites over this direction. Got Rhodian slingers up in this alleyway to start shooting. Royal Peltis from Seleucid shooting at the Rhodian slingers. The general for Boii is already up here now as well. And then one of those sword followers actually came back from routing. And we've got another Oathsworn engaging as well. This Oathsworn is up to 155 kills with 133 men left. Then here, look at this. There we go. So both sword followers are now engaged. This one's 78 kills, 190 kills. The Paraoke Hoplites are doing really well at 124. Celtic Warriors are pretty fresh, 29 kills so far. And over this way, you got a Paraoke Hoplite. Oh, that was a nasty jabby toss. Shotel Warriors are just going to eat these things, eat them alive. And Kushite slaves, I think just getting in and engaging. You know, the gate is neutralized, so he actually can use this gate without any issues with like oil or anything. I wonder, I haven't seen any Kushite armored Shotels. There we go, there's one. Maybe only brought one. We got some Levy Freemen watching the back here. Got the artillery is out of ammo with 192 kills. And back this way, you got Thorax Pikes from Seleucid. Now up here, look at this, another sword follower going in. So right now you got 3 sword followers in this combat with a Levy Freeman, Celtic Warrior, and Spartan Hoplite. The Royal Peltist is still around. It still hasn't fully engaged. It's used some of its jabbies, but it has not gone into combat yet. Got the dark green versus the light green. Arverni versus Boii. I feel like that would be a very confusing combat. Oathsworn pulling out. I think they were getting shot in the back by the Rhodian slingers. It's up to 77 kills so far. Ooh, nice shot with the Celtic bows. Now over this way, we've got Cretan archers waiting to engage. Rhodian slingers are up to 14 kills. They've got an okay angle, but, you know, it's not the greatest slinger angle I've ever seen, but it's okay. They're getting some kills with it. The Arverni archers, 99 kills, 120 kills. They have got a great position. As any of the attacking units come into this combat, they just shoot right into the sides of them. Kushite Royal Archers are up to 85 kills now. You know, me personally, I'm not a huge fan of Kushite Royal Archers. I think that they're god-awfully expensive for only like, they're good. They're a good archer, but, you know, they're 100 gold more than the best archer in the game, which is the Chimerian heavy archers, you know, and that doesn't really make sense. Really, the biggest difference is that the Kushite Royal Archers get an ability. What do they get? It's maybe they don't get it. What? They get an ability, right? Okay, quick reload. I can't remember which one they got. So they get quick reload. Chimerian heavy archers, I believe, get precision shot. And then the Chimerians don't have like heavy shot, stuff like that, while the Kushite or the Royal Kushites do have heavy shot. So that's really the biggest difference between the two. Look at Seleucid Thorax swords going against some Celtic warriors, and then a Shotel coming against some Chosens and probably some of these tribals as well. Now over here, this Oathsworn is just getting smacked by these Rhodian slingers. A lot of casualties taken by that. And the Arverni archers are also shooting over this direction. And look at this, the Cretans are shooting all the way over here into this combat, which is the Royal Peltis. Now the Royal Peltis are up to 58 kills now, and they've only lost 7 men. Then we got a second Royal Peltis coming up, some more Thorax Swords now. The Oathsworn are going into the combat, which I think is probably a good idea, just because it's going to make it a little harder for the Rhodian Slingers to really do all this damage to them. But these Spartan Hoplites are going to be a tough one to get through. See if maybe we can get one of these archer volleys coming in. Didn't look like it. Now the Rhodian Slingers switch over to the Royal Peltis. Now the Royal Peltis, nice shot there, going after the Cretan archers. Look at that, they got almost 30 kills on those jabby tosses. Wow. Oops. Now those Rhodian Slingers are going to start to hurt now. They've lost 2, 3 now. Our Verni archers are probably out of ammo. That's what it looks like, at least. Shotel Warriors up to 65 kills. Chosen Swords to 30 and 20 on the Tribal Warriors. Now we got more Thorax moving in. This Thorax at 117 kills. But it's really only been going up against the Celtics here. But Kushite Slave Infantry coming up here. While over here we've got some Kushite Slaves that just ran away. Celtic Warriors, 167 kills. Celtic Slingers are 93, 128, and 55. This has been where the action really has been, is over here. The Royal Peltis are now at 126 kills. But they're going up against a Chosen Sword, so they should still trade pretty well there. Got more Sword Followers that have moved up. Now I got the Celtic Bows coming up. Looks like they've still got ammunition. The Agema Cav General up here giving some abilities. Now, the Bowie General is down to 86 men, 78 kills, going up against an Oathsworn, 2 different Oathsworn. So we got a depleted Oathsworn at 66 men and a General Oathsworn at 157. Got a Spartan Hoplite here as well. Nice archer fire coming in still from the Celtic Bows. Now the Rhodian Slingers are set up a little closer. Now it doesn't look like they're shooting right now, but if they were to start shooting, they've got a great angle here. Now this is getting, so you got 97 out of 160, 173 kills. Got a Spartan Hoplite with 170 kills behind it. But I thought there was okay, you just couldn't see it, okay. So the Chosen Sword still is there, but got a Spartan Hoplite going to come fill that gap. Unless the Sword Follower can stop it, that will help the Royal Peltis get through this, and then it can pursue. There we go. Uh-oh, Spartan Pikes, though. Looks like he got into him. Nope. The Arverni archers stopped him from getting into that, but here the archers are going to start focusing on that pike. Slingers still not firing. Over here, the Thorax Sword here is getting a little overwhelmed. Shotels. This is a Shotel with no kills, but has lost almost half of its men. He's burning the tower, but I think at this point, you might just want to get in there somewhere. Kushite General with 125 kills now. A lot of his other archers doesn't look like they fired a shot. Where did his armored Shotel go? All right, the armored Shotel's coming up over this way. Probably not a bad idea. Maybe if they can use the armored Shotels to punch through one of these hoplites, they could get their way through a little easier here. There's a lot more room to work with over this way. You know, once you get through here, you've got a lot of different ways around, you know, a lot of different places that the defenders have to kind of defend, different angles. So, not a bad idea. So the armoreds are going to come in over this direction. Now, the biggest issue they're going to have is going to be... Wait, where'd the pikes go? So the pikes, I guess... wow, they just got annihilated by the archers. Never mind. Was that the Celtic bows? It must have been the Celtic bows that were doing that. So yeah, the armored should have a really good time getting through these hoplites then. Now, I think the Syrian archers... Okay, they still got ammo. This guy's probably getting pretty low, though. Celtic bows probably still have ammo. Got a regular show tell going in against some Spartan hoplites here. I guess the Rhodian slingers are out of ammunition. Interesting. Look at this. Here's a Spartan gonna come over here. That's gonna be tough. Got a Royal Peltus and a Thorax Sword trying to take this spot along with an Oathsworn. Good archer fire still from the Celtic bows. Breton's moving forward. Now I got Spartan hoplites moving. Looks like the defenders may be giving up these areas and basically consolidating their defense to here. I think it's the armored show tells. They don't have quite a good answer for them. We're already at 74 kills. Now over this direction, Tylus actually advanced into the show tells. It's actually a good thing for the attackers, I think. It takes away a little bit of the angles that the defenders were able to get. But it looks like, to me, and from what I remember of the game back when we played it, looks like the main assault is going to be over here, like we were discussing earlier. Once again, just kiting this armored showtell. The armored showtell is going to do a lot of damage, so they're trying to avoid it as much as possible. Now we got Celtic warriors coming in. Maybe going to take the place of the Spartan hoplites. All right, some of the sword followers and stuff from Bowie are helping out Kush over here. Now the the Shotel warriors are doing pretty well at 107 kills. Look at this sword follower: 253, 179, 230. Sword followers are just such a good unit. Syrian archers are now set up, as well as some of the Celtic bows. This side is going to be, I think, the tough one. Now, some of the Shotel, one of the Shotel warriors is going to come assist, which I think is good because the Royal Peltist at 49 men was not going to be enough, and the Thorax Sword here only has 39 men, so... And I don't think this 77-man Syrian archer unit with no ammo, I don't think it's going to be too much help. This Royal Peltus, 280 kills. Nicely done there. Levy Freeman coming to beef up the line. Celtic Warriors. I mean, to be honest with you, majority of what the defenders have is Tylus, a little bit of Sparta, and a little bit of Arverni. The attackers have a little bit of everything. I think that the healthiest looks to be... I don't know, they all seem pretty even in terms of, like, overall units. Tylus has got a little... I mean, Jesus. Bowie has got a little bit. Kush has got a little bit, and Seleucid has got a little bit. So I think that's going to be kind of interesting there. I think it's pretty evenly matched at this point, and the balance power is, I would say, slightly in favor of the attackers right now, but not by any substantial margin. Tribal warriors in now. Now slingers are going and shooting at, it's like thorax swords, maybe? No, they're shooting here at the show. Oh, both of them, looks like. More thorax moving in. Got a fresh sword follower. That's dangerous. This late in the game, having a sword follower that's still at 160 men. That's what you want to see as the attackers here. Royal Peltis, Celtic bows, some Shotels, armored Shotels at 186 kills. Over here, got Shotel warriors going against some tribal warriors. Now the Shotel warriors should have a pretty good time against the tribal warriors. Such a heavily armored faction. The armored piercing of the Shotel should do really well. Now the slingers still have ammunition, so they're still getting really good shots. This one, this has got to have ammunition still. It's only got 128 kills. Now, Bowie Eye's General, look at this. Last time we saw Bowie Eye's General, he only had like 80 kills. He's up to 219 now. They got sword followers coming in to back it up, too. Now, this side, I mean, you still have some units to push into this. But those Heroes of Sparta are going to be a tough one to get through. Especially, it looks like some tribal warriors going to come help them out. Got naked warriors coming in. The naked warriors are going to kind of help counter these Shotels a little bit. You know, the specialty of the Shotels is the armor piercing. Well, the naked warriors are obviously naked. So, it kind of helps a little bit when it comes to armor piercing. It's just, you know, the attackers, they're just trying to hope for one place. They need to get through one of these 3 spots, and they should have a really good opportunity here. Closest it looks like is here. This side, I think, is going to be tough, but they do have some of their best units over here. This side actually doesn't look too bad either. Got multiple, like, depleted sword followers. They kind of add up to kind of make up for not having bigger ones, and a Shotel as well, so they might be able to make something happen through these depleted tribal warriors and Celtic warriors, especially with the Kushite archers getting a really nice shot into the defenders here. Nice. But I mean, the defenders, I think, are doing exactly what they need to do. They're holding the spots they need to. If they can keep them condensed down to these 3 spots, they're doing pretty well. Because once you get past those, they're just far too much for the defenders to hold on to with what they have left. They would have to draw all the way back to probably here, here, and here. Sparta's taking his general out. He's taking some damage here. You know, 120 men, has lost about 28 now. So now it's just down to the tribal warriors, the depleted Oathsworn, chosen sword, and a Gallic hunter. Over here, look at this. All they've got is a tribal warrior here. What are these archers up to? 57 kills now. Probably half ammo on them, I'd say. Bowie had also had a cavalry hidden over in the woods over here. I think this Syrian is out of ammo. Yep. 148 kills on him. Got a Cushite archer with no kills, so full ammo on them. 165 on a Celtic, probably out. The Cushite Royal archers are getting a really nice shot using the same spot as what Bowie was doing. Seleucid's gen might be kind of hindering his ability to shoot, though. These archers look like they are out. This one actually apparently has a little bit of ammo left. Healthy thorax sword. Levy Freeman. That relatively fresh sword follower is at 93 kills, 116 men. They're about to lose this Shotel, though. Tribal warriors are kind of all over this line. Tribal warriors have 57 kills, 19 on the Spartan hoplites. Got a fresh Celtic here. Spartan Pike is down to only 46 men. There, Tylus is going to fix this here. Bringing in a fresh 160-man Oathsworn to fill this gap. Shotel only has 68 men left in it, so they're probably going to have to throw this other Shotel warrior in there. Be a good target for your archers now. This fresh archer unit. All right, look at this guy. Battle Rhythm second wind on this Chosen sword. Helping to, chip away at these armored Shotels. Armored Shotels are only at 51 men, I think it was. 51 men, 258 kills. Shotel Warrior at 99 men with 277 kills. Then you got the Arverni General Oathsworn with 168 kills. Looks like the Spartan General's been given some buffs to Arverni here. Look at that, another tribal coming over. Every time they feel like they're making progress on this spot, another unit shows up from Tylus. But as you can see, all those units that Tylus had, they're not there anymore because he's having to continuously send more and more units over this direction, which is going to help if they can make a push here. The ground is just a carpet of dead. The greens, the yellows, the gray. What can one do against such reckless hate? Now the fresher Oathsworn, the 120-man Shotel, is going up against the tribal warriors now. Oathsworn at 108 kills. Oh, look at that. Going to break a couple of these units. That's really good for the attackers. That means this Shotel is going to fully engage on this tribal, or on this Oathsworn here. Do they have anything else to send there? They've got this thorax sword they could send over there if they wanted to. Might not be a bad idea. All right, Shotel Warrior and Armored Shotel going up against a Tribal Warrior here. 314 kills, 310 kills, 53 kills. Now, unfortunately, Tribal Warriors, they have great defense, and they have pretty darn good weapon damage, but their biggest downside is their melee attack, so sometimes they've got a tough time hitting people, especially something like a Shotel that has very, very good melee defense. But there we go. Here's a Sparta going in, and now a fresh unit of Tribal Warriors. Okay, so Seleucid has committed two different units here. Got the thorax pikes, a thorax sword, and another thorax sword. Now the pikes are not in formation. They're pulling out of that for now. I think just that crossfire was too much. But I mean, they do have 2 thorax swords here they can maybe use to get through this. You know, nice jabby tosses. Now over here, what's that show tell? 44 kills is just getting annihilated. Is something else? No, I mean, looks like Kush is shooting the Oathsworn, but that's it. That Shotel is just getting smacked, man. I think they're going to have to take this Thorax Sword and they're going to have to move it over there. Or at least put, you know, hold on to it to keep this side from advancing. Oh yeah, his Oathsworn Gen is still alive. Now, interestingly, so because Seleucid's got his 2 units set like this instead of 1 like this, he's able to engage both units here. You know, I think that's giving him a little bit of a head, you know, a little leg up here. The pikes, yep, Tylus can't do anything about the pikes right now. Jeez, man, look at that. Just countless deaths on both sides. Archers, oh, look at that, even better shot now. Now because they've advanced further forward, they've got an even better shot on the Oathsworn over here. Nice shot. Look at that, Syrian's up to 173 kills now. Thorax Swords are having to engage. They should do fine against the Celtics, but the Oathsworn is going to be tough. Now the combination of the Bowie Eye Oathsworn may help them out. It's a really fresh Thorax Sword and an Oathsworn being able to go up against this. And the Archer support, they may be able to do something against that, that Tylus General. I think he had to pull the pikes out because of the slingers over here. So the Levy Freeman, I think, were just kind of holding that point. How are these guys doing? 65 and 74, 121 Tribal Warriors, 126 on the Celtics, 76 on the Spartan Hoplites. Archers still getting shots. Looks like this guy's out of ammo now. 192 or 182 kills. Tylus General is breaking, so they're going to be able to push through this now. And look at this. Tylus has nothing back here. He's got this Tribal Warrior here. But the Celtic Slingers, that's it. So look at this. The attackers have got a way in. Wow. Everything pushed all the way over here to hold these spots. But the angles that the archers could get from here ate through that defense faster than defenders thought they would, I bet. And so now the attackers have got a open way in so they can tie down some of these units. And Tylus is not moving his unit here. Look at this. They are rushing back. Sparta running his general back. Tylus moving Oathsworn and Celtic Warriors back. But what intrigues me is Tylus has got a Tribal Warrior sitting right here that he is not moving to engage and hold this spot, because these Celtic Slingers are not going to hold very long. So the question, I think, at this point is going to be, can the Celtic Slingers hold long enough for the reinforcements from the defenders to get back? Because the point is right here. And the attackers, all they have to do is walk in and get it. And still, Tylus is not moving that tribal warrior.
Get running!
There it goes. Now he's moving it. What they need to do, hopefully get something in. It's going to be too late. They didn't get through the slingers fast enough. And now they've got an Oathsworn on one side and a tribal warrior on the other. Backed up with a Celtic warrior here. And more units still holding back some of the attackers' units here. They're trying to get in, and I think they're trying to neutralize the point. All right, you still got Thorax swords. You got a depleted Oathsworn. Got some Levy Freeman back here. Still got your pikes. They're hurt, but they're still there. Over this way, you still have some healthy Thorax swords. Now, interestingly, the attackers, as you can see, they have fallen back from that point. Now, it looks like Thorax sword engaged. Archers are going to go up and around and try and get around it. Tribal warriors engaging Levy Freeman, but look at this. Pike's gonna come in and get him right in the ass here. The Royal Kushite archers just holding back some of the Tylus units so the Pikes can hopefully do something. Uh-oh, they're messing up. But the Levy Freeman broke already. Actually, the Royal Kushites almost broke this tribal warrior. Only 14 men left in it. They're trying to get off of the pikes now. Get the balance power. It's shifted in the defender's favor, but I mean, it still is by no means out of the attacker's reach. Thorax swords are, really eating away at these Celtic warriors. Where did the Oathsworn go? Okay, the Oathsworn went over this way. Looks like just trying to chase off these archers that snuck around them. Yeah, Thorax Pikes got flanked, unfortunately, and they are gone.
Got them! Warriors, move out! Cut them!
All right, so the tiny Oathsworn here is going to sacrifice himself to hold back what's left of these Tylus units over here. Headhunt and Battle Rhythm, 391 kills. Can he break 400 before he, or 300 before he goes? 24 men left. .301, he broke it. Tribal Warriors, 252 kills. Headhunt's gone. And now there goes Battle Rhythm. He's winded. The last stand of the bowie-eyed general.
Position!
16 men left, 326 kills. They're not going out without a fight, that's for sure. Wavering. And gone. All right, the Agima Cav for Seleucid unmounted. Looks like they're going to try and flank around. Thorax swords are engaging. Try and flank around the heroes of Sparta and maybe try and break it. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Well, it may be, because the hero of Sparta is pretty hurt. Over this way, look at that. Thorax swords got through a breach. They're going to surround. Maybe. Honestly, maybe not. All right, hero of Sparta is gone. So Tylus has got an Oathsworn and Tribal Warrior here. And it's just down to this one Thorax sword. Spartan Hoplite at 149 kills. 276 on the Tribal Warriors. 114 on the Thorax sword. 223 on this Thorax sword, and 11 on the Agima Cav. Oathsworn 98 kills and has not lost a man. Kush's archers are actually still sticking around, 146 kills on them. This Tribal Warrior, 171, man. Lost one man. Now, I'm pretty sure majority of that was a bunch of archers that came over this way that didn't have any ammo, so a little less of a, like, huge deal, but...
Make them bleed!
I think they're going to try and basically finish off these units here. All of the defending generals are dead, so I think their hope at this point is to kill as many units as they can and use their morale to outlast the defenders. Because the attackers still have the Agima Cavalry General for Seleucid. So as long as he's alive, they're going to have a leg up on the defenders here. So if they can finish off these units here, that is going to count towards the army losses for the defenders. The defenders have set up their final healthy units. They know that on this side it is lost. The Tribal Warrior is not going to make its way out of here. So why send the 2 units to try and do it when it would leave you exposed and would leave the final point exposed? So they have set up their 2 healthiest units, 160 and 159, and they are going to hold this area. The attackers, what they've got left, are very small. Got Thorax Sword, and a Thorax Sword, and an Agima Cav, and then you have got the Heavy Horse. Tribal Warrior is about to break. He's wavering.
Back!
And the Tribal Warrior is gone. So now it is down to these units versus these units.
Shield wall now!
So it's going to be tough. They do have an Oathsworn And they've got a perfectly healthy tribal warrior as well. Once again, the balance of power is almost dead even. I think the thing that is holding it up for the attackers at the moment is the fact that they do have 2 cavalry units left, and the cycle charging, especially of the Gima Cav, if it's mounted, can be quite effective against infantry, even infantry in formation. All right, let's fast forward a little bit here. So they're going to take the gate. Oops. And the Seleucid Jin is actually going to go remount his horses. Well, what are the defenders going to do about that? They're going to try and stop them. Or I think they were going to. I think what they planned on doing was sending the units to try and neutralize that gate again, or even maybe take the gate back, which would trap the Seleucid general outside the city. But the heavy horse cav moved around, and so they pulled back to honor the heavy cavalry. And the Seleucid general is now remounted. All right, so the last stand of the tribal warriors. The last stand of Tylus. Will he hold? All right, Seleucid's general, the Agima Cav, 76 charge bonus, 46 melee attack. First going in with the thorax sword's going to engage the tribal warriors. Trying to get a side hit on the angle. Got a couple kills there. The heavy horse is just keeping this unit sticking there, because if this unit decides to show its back and turn this way, the heavy horse will hit it in the back. And again, but this time no kills on the Agima cavalry. Hey, he got one. There you go, more exposed there. He's getting some good charges onto the angle of the unit, which is what he wants. Just chipping away at him. He's lost a few, but not many. If the thorax swords can just hold on to this unit a little bit longer, if they can keep them engaged, that means the cavalry can continue to do this. Just eating away at those numbers. Once again, the Oathsworn has to sit here and watch. As soon as one of these units turns its back is when this cavalry gets its best charge. Look at that. That was a good one, up to 56 kills now. The heavy horse going in got a good charge. Oh, bad charge there by the Seleucid general. Got to turn around and reform. I don't think the heavy horse is going to go back into that anytime soon. Didn't get much on it. Not enough, at least. Real spread out there by the Seleucid general. It's up to 85 kills now. He is doing work against this tribal warrior. And unfortunately, Tylus at this point can't do anything about it. He just has to stand there like a rock and see if he can take it. Hold on for dear life. Nice charge. So even though the Tribe Warrior is technically in formation, he's in shield wall, the formation is not very... It's not very solid. Honestly, I think what might have worked better is if the heavy cav had come in and hit this angle while the Seleucid general was hitting this angle. Might have done a little more damage. There we go, just like that. Tribe Warrior is just getting ripped to shreds here. The Oathsworn just can't, he just has to stand there and watch. But unfortunately, that is time. The time ran out. All right, let's go look at some kills here. All right, Beastmaster as Tylus with 3,276 kills. Is Oathsworn General 391 kills. Slingers all doing very well. All of them over 150. Celtic Warriors even doing really well. 244, 231. Then the Tribal Warriors 306, 197, 175. Then we have Mexi as Sparta with 1,269 kills. His archers they got focused by everything the attackers had. The Rhodian Slingers did pretty solid. The Heroes of Sparta just got surrounded. And then the Hoplites did pretty much as they could. Liquid Junk as Arverni with 1,925 kills. 185 with the Oathsworn General. His archers all doing really well with over 100 kills each. The Chosen Swords, 124 was the best there. The Oathsworn with 177. You had a Celtic also, 123 and 131. And then for the attackers, Dave as Seleucid with 2,262 kills. His General doing really well with 119. His Royal Pelt is doing excellent, 398, 224. Then the archers, one of them just got smacked by the Cretans, but the rest all doing really well with one getting 214. Then the Thorax Swords, 152, 185, and 269. Then we've got Bud's Rome as Boei with 2,786 kills. His Oathsworn General with 335 kills. His archers, 198 was the best there. Then look at this, his other Oathsworn with 406 and 182. Then the Sword Followers with 284, 266, 197. Then finally Pedro with 2,097 kills. Got 149 on the General, with the other archers all getting over 100. His one armored Shotel with 332. Then all of his other Shotels did really well with 113, 115, 342, and 185. And that is going to be it for that replay. This one was, once again, it was super fun to watch back when we did it, but it's been so long since we did this battle that it was kind of nice to kind of look at it at a little more of a refreshed pace of not really knowing exactly all the things that happened during it. It kind of gives you just a different angle to view it at. So I really enjoyed it commenting this one. It was super, super close. And very fun to watch. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to go hit that subscribe button so you can check out the other videos that I come out with. And don't forget to leave a like on it. We will see you guys next time.